Hello, everyone. Welcome to Movie Talk. We talk football. Yeah, we've watched the game, and the game is sounds. Well, here's what I'm going to say. The review lately, Chelsea Football Club, has been like me sounding like the same old beat. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's just basically it. And once again, start from the back, go to the midfield, cut off. Start from the back, midfield, cut off. And you know what's funny here? We were so flat. Arsenal Football Club, Arsenal didn't even get to second gear in this game. Let's be real. They didn't get to second gear, and their attack itself, there are lots of absentees there too. Can you imagine what it would have been like with their strike force? Arsenal's proper strike force, especially with the likes of Saka. Can you imagine what they would have done to us? Martinelli, same old template. What he just does, you can see his game. All he just needs to do is drive in because he's got pace, drops his shoulder, and he's through. It's so easy. And yeah, back to Chelsea. Chelsea's game has been so irritating because this time around I want to call out Enzo Maresca, but he didn't bring himself to Chelsea Football Club. It was these owners that brought him in. But let's just keep it simple for now, and let's just talk about the coach and his tactics. This whole pass to the back, pass sideways is futile. You heard the commentary today. You have to be creative. Our style of play, you have to be creative to get results, and we are not creative enough. So the very minimum, the very little thing that we have going on is pace. And instead, what do? We always play from the back, and make it easy for the opponent to reassemble. And once they reassemble, what exactly are you going to do when you are not creative? The system is designed against us, and we're using this system adamantly. It's so irritating. The annoying part was that even when they try to make passes, the passes are never accurate. I'm talking about the attack, from the midfield to the attack. The passes are never accurate. They are either overhit or not hit to the right person at all. It's just terrible. Terrible. Shout out to Arsenal. They didn't even need to get to second gear, and they did that. The game in general was just there, but at least they showed up, even without really switching it up. Morello, he scored the goal from a set piece, and this is the same Arsenal that we're talking about that hasn't been so prolific lately with set piece. But in comes Chelsea, the fix-it club, the club that fixes every other damaged club or whatever issues that you may have. And they score from a set piece. We only had one attack on target, practically the entire game, until that late Cucurella header. It was a nice attempt, but at least he made an attempt. Nkunku, once again, missing 10 men. And it's so funny because the attack really just came from Cucurella, basically. He had a shot that was saved, a beautiful shot, snapshot. It was saved. Excuse me. Cole Palmer didn't feature in this one. But no. Cole Palmer didn't feature in this one. But at least let the boy rest. You can't keep putting everything on his head. Let him rest. And that's to show you the state of Chelsea Football Club. We were flat-footed. We didn't look like really scoring at all. From the moment we just knew we were going to go down. And you could just sense that these guys are not going to score. From the first 30 minutes, you could just sense it. They are not going to score. Sanchez, brother is there making errors. But fair play to him. At least he came up with an important save. But earlier in the first half, Sanchez was just making errors. Bad passes. I don't know what it is with this guy. And we have Enzo Maresca flip-flopping goalkeepers. This week, Sanchez is number one. Tomorrow, next week, Jorgensen's number one. He just keeps switching. And I don't get it with these guys. Maresca right now is starting to sound like Poch. Just the same way it went through the season. First, the season starts, you sound like you know what you're doing, you sound positive and all of that. And then before you know what's going on, you start flip-flopping and start spewing a lot of dust. So, that's the situation of things right now. And fair play, Arsenal. Fair play. We haven't beaten you in how many years now? The tide is turning, guys. It's turning. Although at least this time around we kept it to a minimum. Before it would have been something like say 3-1, 5-0 and all of that. We kept it to a minimum. But I'm sure those toxic positivity fans, they will be like, oh, look at the improvement. Before we used to get taken out by a huge margin of goals, but now, oh look, it's just 1-0 and we drew at Stamford Bridge. We're doing so well. We're there celebrating Giovanni. Is it 17 or what not? How old is he? We're celebrating kids. So annoying. Anyway, the game goes on. Substitutions were made. Finally, Nkunku comes off. Thank God. And then Dewsbury Hall comes in. Caicedo did well in the midfield. And for Enzo, brother, sometimes you can be so off it. Today you were off it. You were off it. So as I was saying, Nkunku comes off and Dewsbury Hall comes in. Other fellas come in. Thank God, great to see Lavia back. Lavia's come in, put in a shift, decent. But Caicedo and Cucurella are the only really stand out. As for Pedro Neto, I like Pedro Neto. I like his runs. But most of the time, our wingers have zero end products. Look at Sancho. He had to get subbed off at some point. They always have zero end result. And you'd see the fans go nuts for another winger, another baby winger. So I just wish, at this point, I don't even know what to wish for concerning this current squad because they're not cutting it. They're not cutting it. And like I said earlier, the system that Enzo Maresca is implementing is designed against Chelsea Football Club. That is the very same system that I see Chelsea play week in, week out. He said not long ago that if he sees is it Enzo or so passing to the front, that if he doesn't see him pass to the back, that he'd sub him off. Mate, who are you playing for? Who are you playing for? And most of the time, we are always so nice to defense. You could see it with Arsenal today. We have pace. Make use of the pace. Hit them on the counter. You see how a corner is taken. What's his name? Sanchez holds the ball and holds it, waiting for the Arsenal defense to set up properly. You see us breaking through the wings, especially when you have Pedro Neto trying to break through. Nobody's rushing in, nobody's running in, and before you know what's going on, we're back passing for the defense to reassemble. Only for us to just pass in, lose the ball. So, to be honest, I didn't really even expect a draw. I heard some people talking about draws, and I was like, are you serious? Have you looked at the current squad right now? Even though, yes, you say Arsenal are going through it right now, they're not in form and all of that, but this is just to show you the levels. Well, we've lost. We've lost, but no, who cares? We're in top 4. That's all that matters. Yeah, top 4. The new Arsenal. That's what we are. No offense, no jabs to Arsenal, no intentional jabs to Arsenal. You guys, you've done a good job. Well done. I think they cut the gap between them and Liverpool. Even though at this point the title belongs to Liverpool, there's no doubt about it. But right now it's all about just securing that position, staying up there. And Arsenal, they've been doing well, and I'm almost envious of them. Almost. I didn't say envious yet, but I sense I'm getting there already. But shout out to Arsenal. Good game without really switching it up. And they also made their own subs. And what's his name? Wanyeri coming in, and he put on a shift as well. Martinelli, he kept on getting hit on here, there by Caicedo, by Cucurella. That hip, I feel, just kept on giving him issues. So it finally came off. But shout out to Martinelli. Martinelli played well. He was a constant threat. Constant threat. Kept on hoofing the ball, and for some reason, that was what we also lacked. Reece James, if you ask me, Reece James has one of the best pullouts in our squad right now, and I don't see why. Oh, well, I get why in a way, because maybe we're trying to manage him and all of that, and you see him playing in midfield where Cucurella doesn't really need to invert anymore. But he wasn't really doing anything in midfield. And the best part about Reece James, one of the best part about Reece James, is his crosses, and they were not there. But who am I kidding? Even if he crosses, who's going to meet the ball? Is it Nkunku? Nkunku just has a magic trick of how to disappear but still be there. But we move to. But for me, remember I said this in my previous video, or two videos ago, that we're about to hit really tough fixtures. But let's see how we go against Arsenal, and we've seen how we go against Arsenal. So, do you really think that we are going to still maintain top four, especially with the coming fixtures that we have? It's a question I'm putting out to you guys. And don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. And some of you, next thing you come at people like me and say, we're so negative. I don't come on here, put on the camera just for the intention of being negative. I sound this way because of what I'm seeing on the pitch with the club. It does not look positive. So where do you want me to manufacture this positivity from? Look at the result. We lost. What do you want me to be positive about? Anyway, we move. Let's see what happens next in the next fixture. Let's see what we play. But if you ask me, like my other video, we're in top four. But for how long? And let's say we miraculously make it to the end of the season in top four. What are we doing in the Champions League with this squad? The owners, they bought two more kids, if you didn't know. So if you think the model is changing, think again. Well, that's it for me right now. Just a quick little review about the game. Not excited, predicted a loss, but not as heavy as I thought it would be, because Arsenal didn't even really switch it up. So that's not a good thing to take, to say, oh, at least we lost 1-0. We lost 1-0 because Arsenal kept it at 1-0. Really. They didn't really switch up. So fair play to Arsenal, congratulations. And Chelsea, what can we say? Well, thank you for your time. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in another video, hopefully in a better mood. Take care, guys. Have a nice day.